This is NDTV, and you're watching NDTV 24/7.
Good evening and welcome to We the People. Yet another political leader has had his career aborted, interrupted and perhaps worse because of corruption. Karnataka Chief Minister Mr. B.S. Yediyurappa has finally resigned after an ombudsman's report indicted him squarely for illegal mining. We still don't know who the next Chief Minister of Karnataka is, and he's gone out in his own style of high drama, waving victory signs at media cameras till the very end. But the Congress need not draw to satisfaction just yet. We are talking on the eve of the Parliament session, and today the Prime Minister has been forced to issue a clarification on allegations that a private secretary to the Prime Minister actually sent a memo to the Department of Telecom advising that the Prime Minister be kept at arm's length from all decisions being taken by the Department of Telecom. Today the Prime Minister has defended allegations that he was looking the other way when the 2G scam unfolded. No matter which way we look at it, corruption has begun to dominate our headlines on a daily basis. There seems to be just no getting away. On We the People today, we debate, has India gone from incredible India to scam country? Has corruption killed India's growth story? Remember, it was the growth story that really gave India its impetus and place on the global stage. Also, a matter of some irony, we're marking 20 years of economic reforms, but it's crony capitalism that continues to dominate the headlines. Are we a country that's lost confidence in ourselves? I want to start with you, Manish, if I can, who you always carry the tough job of, some would say, defending the indefensible, and you come out and do it very sportingly on a daily basis. We are now seeing this situation where on the eve of Parliament, we are looking at another Parliament session that's going to be dominated not on the issues of governance, on bills that need to be passed, none of that. It's going to be again about corruption. And many people would say that while you can say the opposition is point scoring to an extent, there has been an abdication of authority and a failure of leadership that has brought India to this point of churn and turmoil.
Barkha, if you would permit me, I have a slightly philosophical take on it. The India story will really start in 2031. When the demographic dividend kicks in and the little emperor's generation in China starts aging. What you are going to see in these 20 years is really space for consolidation, a space to really be able to set things right. And if you really look around the world, you know, the US, a $14 trillion economy, a $14 trillion debt, the Eurozone in a crisis, Africa not having emerged as yet. So therefore, if there is a happening story, even today in the world, it is the India story.
What's happening about it? Hang on. What's happening about it today?
Yes, you're right.
We used to derive our self-image. We used to derive...
Barkha, allow me to complete. Yes, you know, perceptionally, certain events which have taken place have definitely, you know, taken away from the sheen, have taken away from the image that we had as possibly incredible India. But to say that the India story is over or the India's phase is over, I think would be a bit of a stretch, because ultimately the test of any system is its ability to self-correct in a transparent manner.
I was going to say,
what we've demonstrated over the last couple of years is the ability to self-correct in a transparent manner, unlike China, which actually shoots more people than we convict for corruption.
But hang on, very briefly, because I want to go on to the others, Manish. I was going to say that middle-class India derived, in a sense, its self-image from the entrepreneurial spirit of India, and often from how many billionaires you put on Forbes and Fortune. Some would say a shallow way of defining a self-image, so maybe it's just as well that it's been punctured. But the fact is that today, the traditional new heroes of middle-class India, corporates stand in the dock, mostly because crony capitalism has made it impossible for big business to do business in India without political influence. So they're all caught up. You have the top CEOs of this country in jail today.
Well, Barkha, if I was to take you back 2 decades before economic liberalization commenced, this was perhaps exactly the charge that because the Indian economy is so shackled, the Indian entrepreneurial spirit is so shackled, so therefore India is not able to progress. And when you liberated the economy, obviously, you had certain aberrations which have crept in. And those aberrations need to be dealt with squarely up front. And I think that's the resilience of our system, that we've been able to sort of do that.
So you're saying what distinguishes us is this democracy's capacity for self-correction, don't self-flagellate. Nirmala Sitharaman, is there a thin line between being a robust democracy that criticizes wrong and becoming a country of self-loathers and self-flagellators? Sometimes I feel that's the India we've become. We have become a lynch mob. We, the media, we the people, all of us, we are baying for blood. Now, you could argue that there's a crisis in leadership that brings the country to this point, but are you concerned as a politician without point scoring? Because you're seeing your outgoing chief minister till the very end flashing victory signs as he goes out. What is he flashing those victory signs for? What is he victorious about?
I was very inclined to join the philosophical, discussion.
But you won't. You'll answer my question.
I know, since you've so readily pushed me on to this back again Yediyurappa
How do I know?
blank.
We're all seeing
I
this
will
drama
certainly
unfold.
come to it, and therefore
Yeah.
be tempted to even get into this tu meme. It is not really with the intention of scoring a point. I think as a country, we have to rise, use this catharsis with which we are all trying to, clean up the system.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.